Hello, people. TGIF. 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 Yeah. TGIF. All right, we got an agenda today. So, yes, Nat, because I've been blocked on 2 out of the 3 accounts from doing lives because of the trolls. So, I'm almost done with TikTok. Like, almost done. Like, yeah. So, you win, trolls. You finally win. Anyhow, not really. They don't win. I'm going to handle TikTok differently from now on. So, I'm not going to give them any more of my or your money. I'm going to do videos, and my lives are going to be different on TikTok. I'll get on them and I'll do them, but then I'm going to end them quickie. So if you have YouTube and you enjoy watching me, you'll have to go over there. YouTube is just a lot better in their, non-like troll reporting, and it's so much better. Yeah, you guys. Okay, so those of you, yes, so cancel. I put up 2 videos. Cancel all your subscriptions on TikTok. Join subscribers over here. I'm only going to do subscriber lives on YouTube, and I'm going to spend majority of my lives on YouTube. So you guys got to make the jump to do YouTube. And that's why I'm on this account today. It's just to kind of, I did videos on both of my accounts to try to get the word out, okay? You don't need to use the TikTok. Happy Friday. So yes, you guys keep hitting the screen, keep going and keep liking so we can get this algorithm out to people who may be on the other account but they don't know. So if you guys can continue just to hit likes, get my likes up on TikTok, because it will cancel, it'll send me out so we can get the word out. Yes. Yeah, I'm done with TikTok. I mean, Barb, it's hard. It's really hard to always just fight against the idiots out there. And TikTok taking their word for it, or not taking the time to deal with it. You guys on YouTube, you got to get in the habit of when you join, liking it right away. So that way it's different than TikTok. TikTok, you can just hit to get to the algorithm. I did this with my friend last night when she was battling. I just kept hitting and hitting. I was driving and I was hitting. So yes, cancel your subscriptions. Please cancel them. I'm done giving TikTok money and supporting them when they don't support the little people, right? Good morning, Mary. Good morning. Hey, G, I know you're here. You are here and ready to go. Y'all, couple things. Got my nails did. Look how cool these are. Look how cool those are. I love this. This is like a little inlay. They glue it on, and then they put the powder on top of it. So, good, Diane. I'm ready, and I may fall asleep. So I did that. So I don't remember who told me, but I did the coral root, and I did, isn't that cool? Can you see it? I'm trying to be, oh well, anyhow. So yesterday, I was at a funk. I was in a funk, did the funk times 5. I don't know why. I think it's a mix between hormones, lack of sleep, idiots, pistified. Did you guys see my pistified explanation? Mystified and pissed off at the idiots of the world. Yeah, I just not happy. I'm not happy. So you guys, it happens. We have our days, especially when you're not getting sleep. Sleep is the #1 contributor to unhappiness, sickness, stress. And that's what's happening with me right now. And I'm so busy throughout the day, right? I don't have time to diddy-daddle and twiddle my thumbs. So I'm dying on the vine. So I'm very cranky. And then I had Dan at 11 o'clock because he was up, Grandpa was up. And then he gets in bed and he's like, hey, well, since you're up, this is not a time to communicate. This is not a time to have a meeting in the minds. This is not a time. This is a time to sleep. You're so bitchy. I'm bitchy because you don't respect my sleep. I'm bitchy because in the morning time, I walk out, I allow you to sleep, trying to give you an idea of what it's supposed to be like. Thank you for all the new members. Cindy, you're so funny. So I'm pissed at fat because in those middle of the night fucking caveman pull me to him moves and talking and wanting to have conversations. I'm mystified because in that minute he's an idiot. By the way, you guys don't stop tapping. Yeah, you got a lot of tapping to do. Can I tap my own page? No, I can't even tap my own page. Oh wait, I can do it now. I'm gonna like myself. You guys, it's just sad that I have to continue to like my page on here. I'm liking because you guys aren't doing it. Anyhow, yeah, I aggravate myself. I was just aggravated. I'm tired. I'm grumpy. I don't want to be tired. I don't want to have these fucking hormones, you know? I don't want to have these allergies. I don't want to have everything going on, but at least give me, my hair is driving me nuts. Fudge. Let me get something for my hair. I can't do this. I can't even, what? I forgot a hat and I won't go back in the room because I don't want to wake Dan up. See how nice I am? Bonnie, you can't tap on freaking YouTube. YouTube, you have to like, I think, right when you get in there. Yeah, and still no tests. My rash is fine. Shit, I fucked that up. Oh well. Keeps it out of my face. So if you hit the 3 dots on the right, somewhere, somehow, fuck. I don't know. I did my bun too tight. I don't know what's happening today. Damn it. You can tap on the heart on YouTube. Is there a heart on YouTube? Tap it, hit it, and love it good. Thank you, internet etiquette. It's casino day. Casino always makes me feel better. You guys, let me know when Christy Lyons is on the right on YouTube, so I can tell her thank you for my present. So Dan went to bed sad. Well, I don't know. I go to bed sad every night because I know I'm going to be woken up. And she got these alarms for the door when the kids. Yeah, I don't want alarms. I already know when he's up, you guys. I don't need alarms. His door is literally 2 feet from mine. In that YouTube video I sent you, you can turn off the hearts. I suggest turning it off. Oh, I don't know. Don't we want a heart? Isn't that easy? Anyhow, so you guys keep liking on the TikTok, keep hitting the page for me so we can get this out to a lot of people. I'm out of bed since 2004. I feels like it. How's it hanging? Well, it's hanging, I think, a little longer on the right. So I'm hanging a little low on the right side. I can see flying hearts in there. Oh, you can? Oh, I can't. Yeah, I'm a little, I think, is it the left side or the right side? That's hanging. One of the sides is hanging a little bit lower than the other side. And I think it could be the right. Does it change? I don't know. I know for men it can, because it can move side to side, but I'm always right. That's right, Ariel Man. I'm always right. So let's just go with the hanging on the right side. Anyhow, you guys keep tapping. Thank you for those of you who are tapping. You can do warp speed too, and it's wine time very soon. Wine. Yes, I bought wine last night for the live tonight specifically. I had an IPA beer. I had 2 last night, changing it up a little bit. But I did buy wine because my friend sent me the coolest birthday gift, and I needed a wine bottle for it. So stay tuned tonight on the live with Dan and me. So I had to buy the wine because, you know me, I love antagonizing the trolls. You know what I mean? Might as well join them because they win all the time, especially on the tickety talk. So, yes, so Leslie will keep pinning on YouTube how to join. There you have it. Space Dust, no. I bought a Track 7, which is a local brewery here. It was all right. I don't know why I got it. I realized it wasn't even my favorite. And I just was at the gas station. I was like, oh, Track 7. And then after I bought it and on my way home, I'm like, I don't even know why I bought that. I don't like it. So Dan is always on TikTok, right? For the most part. He won't do anything by himself. So Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, Dan's on TikTok and I'm on YouTube. The white... Oh shit. You reported me? Maybe. It could happen. Wouldn't be surprising. You just tap the screen. Type Pat. That's such a Pat O'Connor. It's such an Ireland name, right? Run without being watched is brave. Run without being watched is brave. Cat Hotel, because I'm on YouTube. I can't go on TikTok anymore for 7 days. So if you have a subscriber live, cancel it. Cancel subscription. I'm now doing them on YouTube because I can't keep up with the trolls and their mass reporting. No, I know. Pray, I'm just kidding. It just goes along with my life. Pray. Trying to do something good for somebody, and well, it backfires. That's just me. It's just what I attract. Kathy, I have a link in my bio, although I don't know. Yes. Cancel TikTok. I did 2 videos today telling you to cancel TikTok subscriptions. The only subscription I'm going to have now is YouTube. They're easier to work with, right? They don't take into account the trolls. They do, but they put time and effort into it. Can't you only do that one time? I think the thumbs up is only a one-time thing. Yes. Hi, Chris. I love a woman who takes pride in her sexy. Oh, John, I'm getting sexified. Let me tell you, I'm starting a Marilyn Monroe figure. I'm bringing sexy back. That's right. My name on YouTube is the same name I have here. Mrs. D. Sal NorCal or Danielle Salinger. In your bio is a link tree. Thing that I see in your bio is a link tree. Yes, link tree. And then everything's listed in there. And if you get my bio and hit the link tree and you click on YouTube, it should take you right there. So yes, my lives will still continue to be my sub lives on Tuesdays and Thursdays. However, I will do more now because I have more options now since I'm only doing one kind of subscription. And then I do some on the weekends sometimes. I do surprise attacks. When you tap too fast. Yes, I found that out yesterday, Allie. Your family are grifters. We go from one place to the next. I've been in this house for 18 years. I don't think that's the case. Are you continuing with it? TT. So what I'm gonna do with TT I'm gonna still do my videos. I'm gonna still do some lives, but majority of my lives are going to be on YouTube. So I'm gonna simmer down on my lives with TT, or sometimes I might start them just to let you know, hey, I'm here, move over, right? I'm gonna use it as a gateway over. But no, I'm not, because it's hard. You know, creators, I spend a lot of time, you know, I have fun in the mornings. I enjoy laughter, I enjoy banter, I enjoy being silly. And it takes away, it's just frustrating because, you know, freedom of speech, blah, blah, biscuit. But what they're doing is, you know, they're pinning me with bullying and harassment every day. And I get little notifications and stuff like that because people go in and they mass report. And then once you build up so many, then you get another strike and then you're done. I appealed it and they took it away for 7 days. Now, when they do that shit, I'm not gonna, I just can't continue to have you pay for a service that you don't get, right? It sucks that you don't get a service because you have idiots out there. You have idiots who are technically bullying and harassing me, right? And what I'm doing for the people who enjoy and want to be here. We need to redefine what's happening here. We need to redefine it. They're coming after me, you know, for what? They're bullying me. They're harassing me by reporting every move I make, even when there's nothing logical being done, right? It's ridiculous. So no, I'm done. And I don't want you to pay money to an app that doesn't support the creators, right? If I'm not making money for TikTok, I'm a peon. 3 weeks ago, I did a video with my friend, The Problem Baker. My video is still down for community violations, for cooking, cookies, drugs, guns, paraphernalia is supposed to be in there. That wasn't even in there. They still haven't gotten back to me. They took my account down months ago on Mrs. D. Cell NorCal 3 because of a live I was doing naked. Sexual services. Now, I don't know if I just forgot that I did something naked, but I don't believe I come on ever naked, ever. So I peeled it, they took it away. For what? Because somebody reported me nude? Due diligence, people, come on. So the people who know, you know, the way, the trolls who spend so much time learning about what to do to get an automatic takedown, those are the people who are the bullies and the harassers. Those are the people who need to be stopped. Now, got in last night, not gonna, tired of calling, I know. Jerry, I'm sorry. If somebody's gotta do it, because I can't. And that's why I like to delegate. I'm a master delegator. That's why I was a successful manager back in the day. I delegate. I don't know how to delegate, you know, in my house, but I can delegate at work. You know what I mean? So anyhow, that's the thing, you know? That's my issue. So I'm tired of it, you guys. I'm tired of the last year and a half. Freedom of speech. I'm trying to use my freedom of speech with being respectful at the same time, but it's not allowing. There's only certain people who can have that. And those are the people who push TikTok shop, who make money for TikTok. But the people who are, you know, like me, who doesn't want to beg and panhandle my way through the app, we get shut down and shut out. I'm done. So, what I will continue to do is do very little on TikTok and invest my time on the tube. It's easier for me It's less frustrating. I don't get mad, I just get frustrated. Because now I've already made you transfer your subscription from the third account that I got banned for being naked on the live and asking for sexual services. So we got everybody switched over to my main account, and now my main account is getting taken down for bullying and harassment, talking about prevention, early prevention for cancer, colon, mammograms. River, trolls don't bait me. Trolls don't bait me. I set my boundaries, River. It's called freedom of speech, right? I give them what I want to give them, just like you. I'm giving you my time because I choose to teach you a lesson and explain my boundaries and what's right and what's wrong. That's it. Stop validating your reasoning behind why I'm getting reported. Stop validating why you think. Why are you here if you don't like us? Why are you here if you don't like me? I have a right to give it back, to not let people walk all over me and treat me like shit, just as you would. But don't come on people's pages and tell them how and what they're doing wrong. And stop validating, well, it's because you do this. Well, it's because you give it back, okay? So I'm not allowed to give it back? I'm just supposed to sit here and be bullied and harassed? Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I want to come on here. The main reason why I'm on this app is to have fun, right? To share my life, to share my stories, to make people laugh, and to help people in their normal banter, in their relationships, friendships, what the fuck ever, and make fun of myself. So, it is what it is. And TikTok has been a thorn in my side with all of it. Grandma, Gmail, shut up and feed him. He's always hungry. Yikes. Such aggression. Why are you being hostile? Why are you harassing me? Why do you think you know something that you have no fucking idea about? Why are you on my page? To be a troll? Yes. Bye-bye. So anyhow, that's the thing. So I apologize once again. I tried to, was crossing my fingers, dotting my I's, crossing my T's, that we would be okay on TikTok, but we ain't. So you need to go on YouTube. I'll be spending a majority of my live time there. I was feeling real. Yeah, people are ignorant. That's a pistified moment. Mystified and pissed off at the idiots of the world, not understanding the dynamics and how Grandpa works. So you can follow Kathy, but there's also a member. So you can join to have the private lives, but you don't have to. But a majority of my live time will be spent on YouTube from now on. Jesus have deal you. Yes, Jesus have deal you. Can anybody, do we know what that means? Jesus have deal you. Troll better. You know what I mean? Yes. So just like TikTok, there's, you can join a subscription or you can just join, regularly to watch. Again, most of my lives will be done most of my time on YouTube, okay? I gotta pee. Now, Cheryl, I just came on to try to get people who aren't watching the videos informed. Hold on, I gotta go pee.
Can you guys get on her a little bit? Don't tell her. Get on her a little bit. She's been neglecting me.
So have you. You've been interfering with my sleep. So anyhow, yes, I don't want to spend the whole time on this. This is not what the intent was. It was with TikTok. Yes, cancel TikTok sub live. Save your money. You will be billed. You will be billed for the month, right? But it'll cancel. And then if you like the sub lives, join on YouTube. I think it's $1 cheaper, 99 cents cheaper on YouTube. So anyhow, out there trying to get in, and I heard somebody told me yesterday that Chris got banned again too. Chris got banned too. So I mean, it's just, come on, TikTok, do better. So yeah, Dan doesn't realize. Dan wants me to continue to do TikTok, and I will do it, but not the way I was. YouTube is going to get majority of my attention. Where TikTok got a majority of my attention now, YouTube will get a majority of my attention. Not, hey, Hecka, I know you're cheap. You live in San Francisco. Bruh, I get it. Anyhow, hi Kim, how are you? Be nice to Dan today. No. Dan doesn't deserve to be nice to until he's nice to me. You know what I mean? You have to each put in some effort. So my effort's just extended. It's not there anymore. I'm tired. His effort could be letting me sleep. That would be number one. And then at that point, we can talk. You guys keep tapping the screen, please. We're almost there. Let's try to get up to 50,000 likes. 50,000 likes. Kitties are good. We got another kitty. We had the orange one that we got months ago. Hello in Indonesia. And Dan brought home a stray cat about 4 weeks ago. Dan is nice. As nice as different from yours. Yes. Our personalities are different, right? We don't have the same brains. So yes, we're different. I've never joined TikTok. Yes, well, you know, here's the thing. All the social media shits are the same, right? Everybody wants to just bitch about TikTok and who controls them. Oh, hi Barb, thank you girl. But they're all run the same way. Just some are better than others. But it's not just TikTok, you know, everybody's worried about who owns them. Y'all need to get over that. They're all the same. They're all the same. So anyhow, so about the new cat, Blue, B-L-U. Her real name we found out was Lila, so we'll call her Lila Blue. She had a microchip, but the guy's not available. And people keep texting me or messaging me and say, have you got a hold of the owner? What? Huh? Who? We attempted to get a hold of the owner. And no, we are not mass searching for the owner. We have already fallen in love with the cat. Sorry, not sorry. So her name was Lila. She's 6 years old. She's sitting right here by me and is taking over the house. So there you have it. And no, even if that guy came knocking on my door, why was she in a field? She was malnutritioned. She had no hair, and we just spent $5,000 at the vet. Not really, but you know how expensive vets are. So she was Lila. So we called her Blue for the Mary Blueberry skit we did on April 1st. And then we found out she's Lila. So it's really cool that Lila Blue. It doesn't sound like a pretty name. It sounds like something one of the celebrities would do. Yes, and she was an hour from where she was supposed to be living, doing Kofi. Kofi? Is that K-O-F-I? You know, Judy, I was talking about possibly finding another platform. So I don't know. I don't know. She was dumped. She doesn't make it an hour away from home through interstates and shit unless she was dumped. So, fuck that. I would never give him back. I think I view people who are mean to animals pretty close to a top 3 of like the pedophilias, the animal abusers, neglectors, etc. They're up there. So unfortunately for me, I love animals. Dan is a sucker. I am too. And I'm very hard when they bring them home because they know I'm going to end up loving them and not turning them away. But at the same time, like, I mean, uncle, you know, I have enough to take care of already. I take care of all of the animals and everything else. I can't do it all. Some people may think I am Wonder Woman, and honestly, some days I do believe I am. But fuck, come on. So our animals are very spoiled. Yeah, I got one of my dogs dumped in the trailer. So anywho, that's my life with all my animals for the most part, you know. So we think she's fixed because she's been living in a field for a while. She was probably on her way to death, right? Because she was so skinny and hairless. So we saved her pretty much. So anywho, I don't need more. I've got a grandpa, I've got a Dan, I've got a house that's almost 4,000 square feet with 2 acres of land. I have laundry, I have food, I have bills, I have my business to run. I have car maintenance to do. I have property maintenance to do. I have a lot and animals to take care of now. 8, 9, 10, 11 animals. I am spent, you guys. I don't know how much more I can take on my plate. He was dumped, I know. Forget Andrew, poor Andrew. Yes, he's included. Andrew's, but almost a little bit easier than Dan and Ed. Andrew's a little bit easier than Dan and Ed. So I didn't really forget him. I just put the top hard, you know, people to deal with. But if they shave the belly, you can see scars from spaying. Well, her belly's hairless, so there's that. But no, Andrew, I worry about Andrew more than anything else. Andrew doesn't really create much within the house, only in his room. And when he cooks, he's starting to cook now, and so fuck, maybe I do need to add him to the list. But I worry about him more. The new addition is a cat, our 8th cat. We're back up to 8. So, you know, 8 lovely spring cats. My life is grand. Yeah. So what happened was, my husband went to a client's house to have some papers signed because she hasn't anyway, you know what I mean? And she couldn't come to the office. So Dan is that kind of attorney that makes house calls for the people who are aging and have ailments and can't get a ride or whatever. So, and whatever, because he's a cat whisperer, the cat followed him inside the house of his client. So he thought it was one of the client's cats. And she was like, no, that's not my cat. And Dan said, well, what a sweet cat. And, oh, this cat's hungry. It's losing, so let's just take it and bring it home with me. Yeah. You have 10 indoor cats. What the fuck is wrong with you, Luna Bobby? They spray. Who changes the litter boxes? Travis, I don't know how new you are. Y'all, let's give a little rundown, Travis, of the cats he's brought home. And the promises he's made, the broken promises he's made. You know, he brought home the orange cat. That was the last one we got. We got the Donnie cat, the orange, hey Foops, the orange cats. And he said, I promise you, kitty, it was a kitty. I promise you. Foop is giving me my nipples. Every time I see a chili pepper, I think about my nipples, only because of my daughter. Anywho, that's a long story for you. Anyhow, you're not new. Do you remember when he brought Donnie home? Do you ask me if he's done a litter box change? Ask me if he's done. I finally made him. I said, I'm not taking Blue. I made the appointment for Blue. I made the appointment for Blue, but I made him take him. I said, you can take him. I've done all the animals. I take all the animals. Occasionally, I get him to do a dog or something for a shot because I'm busy. Like, I cannot do everything. He was bitching the other day because he needed to take my car in to get the tires rotated. I was hands deep with a bloody lip doing yard work. Like, I can't micromanage everything. You know what I mean? Laughlin. Shit. Laughlin. Jerry. Hi Sheila. He's never changed a litter box. No. And Cat Hotel, I can tell by your handle name that you must be into cats. So no, I'm sinking, you guys. I'm literally drowning in the ship. The Salinger ship is half nose in. I'm sinking right now, and I feel like it this week. Now, next week may be different, but did Donnie? No, and nor does the Donnie cat was new. He was a kitty. And even this one, Blue, no. Blue's been fine. Travis, it's part of my skit. I was trying to make fun of the situation. My recent vacation was in Mexico, yes, Andrew. And my spicy chilies were inside my top. Well, how old are you? My GSD, I think, is going to be 4. Oh, hi, Slick. No, I didn't. Welcome, Slick. We were talking about African blues yesterday. Were you there? Is that you that I didn't remember? So anyhow, yeah, Mary remembers. Mary remembers those words loud and clear in my facial expression when he had a new kitty in his hand. Yes. What? Great to come home to is shitty litter boxes all over the place. Yes, I am 50. I just turned 50, you guys. I'm old, I'm haggard, and I am slowing down. Is anybody, when you turn, anybody recently turned 50, or if you, no, Dan does not feel cozy. Cheryl, that's funny. JT out. All right, good luck, Jer. Remember, bend over, grab your ankles, and cough. But be careful on the velocity of the cough because you don't want anything else coming out. You know what I mean? At your age, we can have slippage and leakage. You know what I mean? Anyhow, good luck. So, no, I don't want one. Okay. So, when you turn 50, any of you recently turned 50 or those of you who are way past it, did you notice anything different? Maybe I'm depressed. Fuck. Maybe I've been in a mood since I've turned 50. Take me back to Mexico. I feel like I'm slowing down. I feel like my face is getting saggier. My wrinkles are getting deeper. My cheeks are drooping. My nipples are pretty decent because they're small. And no, they are not chili peppers. My labia, different story. My belly, well, it's getting fluffier. So are my legs and my ass. So, yay to 50. Yeah. I am feeling more tired. Like, I am so exhausted. Dan's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Bruh. Tell me that one more fucking time. Tell me. Yeah, I don't know why, Hannah. They're not that big. So we had this discussion. So I showed her friends my titties. My number doesn't match my mirror either. So her friends, she had one friend that loves to show her titties, and she had really cute titties. So I was like, well, here are mine. Oh, well, I didn't do that. I just said, look inside here. Hannah, I think for 50, right? Like, and I nursed 3 kids, like, they look really good. So Alex like leaned over and she's like, let me see. I said, and for some reason, she used to say, oh, Jenna. Oh, girl, you're too sweet. Thank you. Hey, Jay, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. So Alex leaned in. Yeah. And I was like, and do they look like chili peppers to you? And Hannah started laughing. She reached in, she looked, and she's like, no, they're kind of cute for 50. You know, like for 50. What the fuck does that mean? She goes, no, Danielle, they don't look like, they look normal to me. And I said, see, Hannah, do you want to look? And Hannah's like, no. So, anywho, I think they're cute for 50. It's the only thing I think on my body that I think is cute for the age of my body, right? And I feel like they're getting, maybe my weight, menopausal weight gain. Do they look bigger? I don't know. I feel thicker. So I feel like they are thicker through the side. Weight gain, menopausal weight gain. I think I'm fucking getting fucked up in the head is what I think is really happening. So I think it's a combination of everything, my mood. You know, coming back from vacation, dealing with reality, settling back in, having so much to do in my house. My house is still a shit show from a year ago. We're trying to finish up projects. And we're finally, painting is underway, so we're getting one step closer. I have another project with my pantry because my pantry is falling apart. So that's going to be next, and that's going to be a shit show. But at least my house is, anyhow, I got AC problems still because we're still fighting with the company to give me a new unit. That's still not fixed. And just the normal shit of life, right? Stresses, frustrations with my job, TikTok, you know, shit like that, and just trying to have a semblance of normalcy. But what the fuck is normalcy? My clothes don't fit me anymore, right? My clothes aren't fitting me. So that's kind of fucking with my head a little bit. And I really have to like cut back, right? My body's slowed down. Like my metabolism has slowed down. I've always eaten the same way, right? So I'm buffing up. I'm fluffing up, Yvonne. It's not buffing, it's fluffing. Buffing and fluffing. That's what I'm doing. And I think, this isn't my epiphany for today, you guys. I think this is it. You're getting it right here. I'm coming face to face with what's happening in my body. I'm uncomfortable. My body's changing. And it's so frustrating, right? Because you get to this age where there's nothing you can do to stop it. And unless I have to be really regimented on foods, like I can't eat certain foods. The last couple nights I've been eating things I know I shouldn't have been eating, and it's been bloating me up. I might as well just go on a liquid diet at this point. I don't know. Wine all day, is that good? I know, but it's fucking with my head, Yvonne. Now, here's the thing. With, since you're talking about chilies, big pepperoni slices. Those are areolas, honey. Yes, it's all that shit. Hey, Marty, wine all day. Fuck the food, just give me the one. I think it's just everything. It's a little bit of everything. You know, the new body, the new face. I even looked in the mirror and I see something different. Like, I was like, when did this cheek start sagging even more in the last 2 weeks? What the fuck is happening to me? When you have a disorder like anorexia, okay? When you have a disorder like anorexia, it's a mental fucking game in your head. It doesn't get better, right? Once you're an alcoholic, you're always an alcoholic, right? it just sticks with you. You always have to fight the urge to drink, right? Same thing with body dysmorphia, anorexia, bulimia. You have to fight that shit, those demons all day long. Now, it really messes with that disorder as you age, right? And you're fighting against those demons to be like, well, fuck it. I just won't eat, you know? And you look at your body and you see a completely different person. And you're fighting that demon and you're getting sad, you're getting uncomfortable in your own body. So I'm fighting those demons. I could cry about it because it's the truth. This is what I'm realizing today talking to you guys. It's the truth. It's those demons that you are constantly facing every day. I am unhappy with myself. I found myself looking at pictures that popped up on my thing, and I was like, I was 10 pounds lighter. I can see it. You know, I want to be 10 pounds lighter again. I can't fit into my clothes. So that's my demon, you guys. That's my demon. I'm 50. My body is changing. And it's not that I eat bad, but it's that I have to eat less because my body is like, bitch, you're slowing down. You're old. Your body's dying inside. You don't need as much anymore. And you need to cut everything in half. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Everything's tight. I won't put on, like the other day I went to the casino and I was like, I can't wear anything. I don't want to wear leggings because it's fucking hot, and can't put on jeans, can't put on tank tops anymore. And I'm fucking miserable. I'm fucking miserable. The only thing I want to wear is sweatpants, leggings. I'm even almost embarrassed to wear shorts now because of my thighs. You know, that's the demon. That's the demon. Get it. Potato chips. I'm eating potato chips. That's the demon. Yeah, they do. Cardio, I think, is different for menopausal women, too. There's a lot of things I need to just get better at and lessen the load on for my new style of life. So I'm adjusting to it. I'm pissed off about it, and I'm trying to figure out a way to deal with it. So that's where I'm at right now. Adjust the clothes. I know. I'm embarrassed. I mean, I think the other day I was like, I'm so embarrassed to be wearing this shit. And then I saw myself and I was like, do I have heels? No, girl, boy, bruh, whatever. No, I got a hill right here. Here it is. There's my hill. Oh, Stephen, it's horrible. So anyhow, that's the facts of my ever-changing moods. I also adjusted my medication. I went down on my Lexapro because we talked about this. You know, in my medical group, they don't like to keep going up on meds. So they like you to alter. I think that is also fucked with my chemistry, my mental chemistry. And I think I've got a lot going on right now. And I'm menopausal. Fuck, you guys, I'm menopausal. So my body dysmorphia is real right now. And so are my mental demons, right? So yes, and it's, and you know, everybody has their limits. You know, everybody has their limits. It's, you know, like we discussed before. You know, you may see me on the street and say, oh my God, she looks really fit, or she looks good for 50, you know, or whatever. But inside, right, we all have our baselines. We all have our comfortable and uncomfortable levels. Yes, J-Star. So because you're here, I'm gonna be, this is my backup to my backup. So if you know I'm on this account, I've been blocked on my other two accounts. I'm permanently banned on my third account. because I was naked, I guess, doing a live, and I was asking for sexual shit, and I haven't been able to get it back. And I was just banned yesterday on my main account for talking about early detection, prevention, colon rectal screenings, mammograms, so on and so forth. Yeah, so I'm gonna be limiting my lives on TikTok and spending more time on YouTube, you guys. So you can only confront the trolls so much, right? And especially when your TikTok doesn't support us, it's really hard. Yes, a lot of people miss my naked running show, I guess. I did. Nips were out, vulva was out, and I was asking for sexual services. I don't know how everybody missed that, but it happened. So, those of you who are on this journey with me, I feel you, right? I went up on my, you said you have headaches. I went back down and my headaches. That's weird because, you're welcome, Judy, because I went down and I had the headaches, not going up. Going up felt fine. And so I went back down to my medicine, to 5 milligrams, because he says we just don't want to play with that. Next time you're in a harder space, go back up. So I think it's just my chemicals in my brain are fucked up right now. So anyhow, it's bad. I'm in a slump. I get it. Menopause is a journey for sure, and it's only getting worse. The further closer we get to the actual, ending of our internal organs. So I'm here for you. I understand what you're going through. I too am going through it. I too am gaining uncontrollably without changing anything that I've always done. I too am suffering from the depression of clothes not fitting. I too am changing. I too am dropping, hanging, and uncomfortable. So I'm here with you along that. So Gracie Slick. No, I don't know. So I'm here with you. Just start taking a lot of Cohosh. No more symptoms. Yeah, and I'm on estrogen. I'm on birth control. So I don't have my symptoms aren't as grand, but it's just this weight gain, I do wake up. I woke up, my crotch sweats a lot. Anybody's crotch? Did I feel this way on vacation? I was uncomfortable in my skin, yes, at vacation. I was uncomfortable in my skin, 100%. I take a lot of vitamins too. Jenna, I love my Mary Ruth vitamins. My crotch sweats. Like there's sometimes, hi Kathy. There's sometimes I wake up and I'm like, did I piss myself? Because my crotch sweats. And I think I told this story before, is my mom. My mom, when I had Hannah, and she was starting the perimenopause, we used to go out in the heat and she would wear shorts and light shorts, and guess what would happen? She would look like she pissed herself. So I used to always tease her. Shit, Steven. And I'd be like, Ma, it looks like you pissed your pants. Stop wearing light fucking clothes. Obviously, and guess what? Who's doing that now? Thanks, Ma. Gotta love it. I apologize for always making fun of your wet crotch, because now you pass that trait on to your daughter. Every night I'm waking up feeling like I have just pissed myself, but no, it is not urine. In fact, it is just vagina sweat. Yeah, Lumi. So, y'all, if you reach over and grab your wife's crotch, who is in perimenopause, in the middle of the night, and you feel dampness, it is not excitement. No. It is not urine. No. It is vulva sweat from her body dying inside. That's what it's for. So, fuck my life. You guys keep liking. We have 19,000 more to go. It's totally exciting. No, I know you want to think that as we're lying next to you in the middle of the night and thinking you guys are exuding so many pheromones that our vagina can't help but to excrete pure joy and happiness. That is not the case. I promise you. I promise you that is not it. So I'm unloving myself today, this last couple weeks. I think also a little bit of insight is I also enjoyed vacation so much, right? And it was so rewarding. It was so different, right? Because of the jobs we have now. It was so amazing, and I just appreciate it so much. And then you come home, right? And you realize you're in this monotony once again. And that's also a little sad. You know, vacation blues. It's there for a reason. No, I know. So this is my point. I'm struggling, right? We all have those weeks, we have those months, we have those new realizations of life changing. It's hard. These demons are fucking hard. Our head, we fight. It's like this internal fight. Well, fuck you. No, fuck you. Well, fuck you. I'm just saying, look at you. Fuck you. You're dying. I know. You're tired. I know. You're barely hanging on, bitch. Fix it. I'm trying. You have these things, and they weigh you down, right? Even on the outside, you know, I sit and I talk to myself all day in these internal arguments in my head, the good, the bad, the ugly, the in between. I'm suffering right now. I'm dragging ass. I'm trying to get by, and I am trying to regulate myself. So Yvonne, it's a bit to embrace. That's why I'm talking about it. And that's why I'm talking to you guys about it, to the women and maybe the husbands that don't understand what's going on with their wives, right? But it's happening to us, and we have no control over what's happening, right? We don't have control over it. And it saddens us. It's hard. It's saddening us. It's suffocating us. And we are doing the best we can. You know, we are doing the best we can. And I'm in the middle of it. I mean, this shit happened so quick. This happened to me in the last 6 months, and nothing has changed. So I'm trying. So I understand. I'm here for you, and I'm here for everybody who's doing the same shit. We got this. We are going to get through this.
We are going to get
regardless if our husbands understand.
What are you doing?
Regardless if our husbands understand, right? When they look at us and say, "What's wrong with you?" Well,
let me say what's wrong with you.
Let me explain the litany of things that are wrong with me. I'm not getting sleep. My body's changing. I'm gaining weight.
Me too. I'm with you on
You're
all
gaining weight because you feed your fucking face. My body's changing because my internal organs are dying.
They're dying?
Yes, that's what menopause is.
They're dying.
Yes, they're shriveling up and fucking dying.
Which organs are dying?
My fallopian tubes, my ovaries.
Then spit them out.
My vagina, my vulva, everything.
Your vulva?
My cervix, it's all shriveling up and dying. It gets dry and fucking unfeeling. No, I mean, not to make fun of it. You never have slept in your life.
So it's keeping you from sleeping?
No, you and Grandpa are keeping me from sleeping.
I mean, we were, from midnight on, there was no noise.
At 11 o'clock, you're coming in, you're crawling over me, pinching my fucking leg fat with your knee by crawling over at me, and then you're talking to me going, "Oh, well, hey, what's going on?" And I said, "Dan, this is not, why are you so bitchy? This is not the time to have a conversation at 11 o'clock when I've been asleep for 2 hours."
You were up.
No. Ugh.
You got up and went to the bathroom.
Yeah, I tell him to read about menopause, Kathy, every day. So I do, Yvonne. And you know what my doctor says? My doctor says, yep, welcome. yeah, welcome. It's part of life. Yep, you're talking about weight gain. Look at this. Yeah. I have it too. Yeah, that's what she says. Yeah, ever changing. So Keems, you asked what foods I can't eat. Onions, too many tomatoes give me indigestion. All the things that I like, pepperoncinis, and you know those what's it called with the cucumbers and the, not cucumbers, the carrots, the cauliflower, the pepperoncinis, the you know, all those things in there. Well, I love that shit on my salad. Cooked eggs, I can do hard boiled, and I've been cooking eggs the last couple days, and then I felt like shit yesterday. I shouldn't be drinking coffee. I'm doing it. Shut the door before the dogs run out again. Yeah, that works. Jesus fucking Christ. What else can I eat? I can't really drink diet soda, which is fine, but I can do egg salad. No, I can't even do egg salad sandwiches, Travis. The mixture of that and the mayonnaise, I can literally cut up a hard-boiled egg and put it on avocado toast and I'm fine. Sandra, don't drink alcohol. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. I need a relaxant. I need a relaxant. I will drink alcohol because I need it to relax. The other night, and I've gassed. I had 2 beers last night. I gassed. It's horrible. Because I know I can't drink it, but I really wanted an IPA. I really wanted it. So the other night I didn't have alcohol, and I was like spiraling. I was up. I was cleaning. I couldn't settle down. I could not settle down. That's what happens when I don't have a depressant in my system. I'm like, I can't stop. I don't like edibles. I don't like anything. I've never done an edible, but I can't. So I can't. I have to have a glass or 2 of wine. I have to have a beer or 2. I have to have or a mixed drink. Just to be able to calm down, calm down. I need it for relaxation. My life is fucking crazy. You guys, it's like being stimulated all day. I can't, no, and 2 glasses doesn't hurt anybody. Now, on a weekend, I enjoy a bottle. I'll open up a huff. If I have time, I'll sit, I'll read, I'll putz around in the yard, and I'll end up drinking a whole bottle, throughout the day. So what? That's not going to kill anybody. I'm trying to claim my shit. And this is what I've always promised with all my people, is I'm going to be honest with you about my truths, my true feelings. I'm going to tell you, I was laughing with my Zoomies because it was like, what are you doing? I'm like, this is what happens when I don't have a drink. At least one to kind of peter me out and settle me down. Now, the trolls are probably going to come after me for that. But it's just how my body works. It's just how I work. I'm literally, you take like I don't know, does anybody get overstimulated? Oh, I'm going to do some swimming. I have to get back in my account. I'm going to do some increase. Yes. So in JSTAR, I'm going to tell you that. I told everybody my alcohol consumption increased when Ed went full time with us 8 months ago, right? 8 months ago it increased. And I'm like, I don't like that about me, right? I'm like, that's not me. I don't want to drink 3 to 4 glasses of, I love my LaCroix. I don't want to, drink. I don't want to drink that much, but I'm figuring shit out, right? No, it makes the crotch sweatier, actually. But yes, I'm overstimulated. It's almost like if you have an autistic kid or like any stage, Asperger's or whatever, and they go into a room, and they can't settle down. I go nonstop all day. And it's hard for me to de-stimulate myself, right? It's hard for me to de-stimulate myself. because I'm on the go. What's next on the agenda? What's next, you know? Day drinking. Hey, that's my favorite thing to do, J-Star, just by the way, is day drinking. But like, I wouldn't day drink during the week because I'm so busy during the week. Like, I literally like act like I have a job during the day. But on the weekend, shit, I do have. But my hormones contributed to that, Travis. My hormones contributed to it. So I know what needs me to like unwind and loosen up, because by the end of the night, after my day, I'm like this, right? So I'm trying to regulate, get back on the train of 1 to 2 drinks a night, not any more than that. On the weekend, if I want more, I will indulge in more, but go back to that. I have, yes, Travis, I guess I have been, but I also believe that, it's also menopausal. I think I have become ADHD, and it's possible. You can have developed onset menopausal ADHD. So yeah, stay busy, and it keeps my mind fucking slow. I don't have a hot tub anymore now because it was too much for me to keep up. Steven. That was something I had an above ground one. Eating calms me down. Yeah, eating's never been a calmer for me. Eating's always been like a punishment for me. Does that make sense? Yes, this right. And I think we also have to realize, as caregivers, on top of everything else, it's such a hard job. And it's so stressful. I wish I could do the ferns. I wish I could do it edible, because, but I'm scared of the edibles, number one. I don't like the feeling of the fern, never have. And so I know, like, that first glass of wine, oh, it's so good. It just makes me, and I stopped doing my nicotine, you guys. I forgot to say that. So there's a lot of shit going on in my big old body. You know what I mean? I stopped doing nicotine. I stopped doing those nicotine patches. I haven't done those in over a week. Yay me, you know? It started in Mexico. It is Menno. I used to be a professional wine drinker, now get hangovers. I do with red wine, J-Star, only red wine. If I drink more than 2 glasses of red, I'm fucked the next day. No, I wasn't smoking. I was taking those nicotine patches. I loved it. I love the nicotine patch. And I would do a shit ton of them when no, and what's funny is when I was at the casino the other night, I was like, oh, I could, because that's habitual, right? The Zins, yeah, the ons or Zins, but pretty much the Zins. And now I didn't do them all day long like Dan does them, you know? I did them when after my first drink. And I would do 1 to 2 a night with my alcohol, because it intensifies the buzz, right? Without drinking more. So, yeah, Italian girl, it scares me. It's always hit me weird, and I didn't like it. So, in Mexico, it just stopped. Like, Andrew only brought so much for him. And then Dan brought extras, but then he literally jumped in the pool with one, and then I was just like, you know what, I don't need them. What am I doing? I had, like, on Saturday was my last one. I had one on Friday when we got there. I had one on Saturday, and then I haven't had one since. So it was funny because when I was at the casino the other night, I was craving. So I was like, give me a cigarette, right? So I bummed a cigarette off for somebody. And I took it. I took 2 drags and I was like, God, I don't like this. I put it out. I was like, what am I doing? Ugh, gross. And then like an hour or so later, I was like, let me try it again. Hi, 1950. Hi, Deb. I see you reposting things all the time. I'm like, I haven't seen you in a while. And then I lit it again, and then I put it out. I was like, what am I doing? This is gross. Why am I doing, right? So, bye, Yvonne. So I didn't. I really was like, this is not good. Why am I doing it? And so, but I haven't had a nicotine patch. much. Now, when you're in a casino, right, it's habitual what you do. So a long time ago, what I did was, I used to smoke back in the day when I was only in the casino with alcohol. And then I stopped that about a year ago and started doing the Zins because it was just better. It made my chest feel better and all that shit. And then I've been doing those off and on for that. But now, I'm done. I'm done with those. I'm not gonna do them again. So I kind of did it to prove a point to Dan, because Dan was like, well, if we're all gonna do it, I have 3 shots of tequila. I have like 3 shots of tequila. And I think that's okay. I think you need to find what works for you, set your limit, and allow yourself the grace to keep those standards. Like, I'm only gonna have 3 shots or 2 shots, or on a Friday or Saturday, I'm gonna have 3 shots. I look forward to having a free Sunday and drinking a bottle of wine all day, right? So I did that. Yeah, and I was just smoking when I went to the casino, you guys. It wasn't anything but the casino. But there were times we would go every week. So that's changed. I haven't done that. I've tried a couple times because, your chemistry, your chemicals in your brain. I just tried again because I haven't had any nicotine and it was gross. And I just was like, what am I doing? I don't need this. So Dan was like, I think this is a great time for the family to quit ons and Zins. I said, okay, done. Well, guess what? I'm the only one. So yes, slowing down is what's important. So I'm slowing down during the week, and whatever goes on the weekend, depending on what I have going on. So that's my thing. So no, that's just what I do. That's my happy place. You guys, ultimately, it's my happy place. So will you say you have an addictive personality or no? With certain things, Barb, with certain things. I wouldn't say everything. I love to gamble. That's addictive. Alcohol, I could really give or take, right? But I enjoy it. But I think, like, if somebody said don't drink, I wouldn't drink. Just like the nicotine, I could give that up. But I love to gamble. I'm addicted to gambling, I think, Hats for the day. Marty, let me tell you. Hats for the day is picking up my house once they're done painting today, getting everything in its place, redecorating a little bit, rearranging things. I have to fix a sprinkler valve in the back. I'm gonna do that this morning. Have to do a live, so we have to work again later tonight. I'm gonna enjoy some wine tonight. And I think that's it. I have a free, am I a good gambler? There's never a good gambler. A good gambler is one that doesn't gamble. You never struck me as a drinker or smoker. Only in the casino that have a chronic gambling. No, I love gambling. I love it. There's a certain level of excitement that I have when going there and doing it. I love to drink. I love to gamble. Now, I'm not gambling like I used to. I'm gambling a lot differently because I'm trying to reteach my brain that if you want to do this regularly, you need to have a semblance of control, right? And you don't need to bet crazy, right? Because then betting crazy means spending more money and chasing. So what I try to do is I bet the minimum, like 75 cents, 80 cents. It does go longer, So I'm doing it more as entertainment versus chasing. Why do I go to rehab for what? For something that's controlled? Why would I do something for that? Well, because it's not out of control. I'm not losing tens of thousands of dollars every time I go. I don't think it's my money. I make it on social media. I make it. This what I do. Like, I had a savings account that I would use back in the day, and today it's something I enjoy doing. I'm running on a treadmill talking about it. Yeah, And what's your point? I'm being truthful about my life and my inner things that I do and talking about to people who appreciate it. So I do the things that I like to do. Now I have to, like with everything, there's moderation to everything, right? And Barb, this is interesting because you're making me think about that question. Now I just lost my train of thought about being addictive. So there's a lot of things that I'm addicted to, right? Like we all are, like food, and some people do the ferns too much. Some people drink too much. Some people pop too many pills. We all have our vices. So I'm just trying to reprogram my brain to handle within moderation the things that I like to do. Because that to me is a win. You know, it's a win. It's a win. It's just like eating. I don't believe in eliminating anything. I don't believe in eliminating because I think the more I eliminate from my person, my body, the more I want it, right? If somebody says, you can't do this anymore, I'll do it to prove a point. But I'm going to hyper focus on it, right? Because that's how my brain works. I do the things that I want to do. I do the things that I like to do. I control the things that I do. You have to. And sometimes you lose control. That's part of life. But still an addict. Yes. Shauna, I mean, we're all an addict, right? It doesn't leave us. I'm an anorexic. Hey, Lair, right? I have body dysmorphia. I have that infliction, which still gives me pain today, as I just shared with you. Woo! Freddie girl, enjoy. I enjoy going to the casino once a week. Makes me happy. It's my escape. I go there and I don't think about anything other than, you know, meeting new people, the excitement. It refuels me. It does. It refuels me. It makes me happy. And alcohol is a mix. Maddie, again, everything in moderation, right? Like, I'm not drinking a fifth of vodka every night with my anxiety meds. I go to chill and relax too. Hey, Tim, how's it going? Everything in moderation. You know, you're not, with any drugs you take, right? With any drugs you take, it doesn't want you to mix with alcohol. Nothing says, oh, have a drink or 2 or 5. No, you're not supposed to drink at all with any meds, right? Moderation is key with everything. Eating, drinking, anything, gambling, all that shit. It's the facts of life. You do what you do to make you happy and to get through life as best as you can. What is my game of casino? I love slots. So I play Wild Orchid. I love the Wild Orchid. I call it the vagina machine. I love day drinking. Today, I'm too busy. I don't believe in I don't believe in eliminating. Moderation is key for everything to have happiness. Imagine if you have a little bit of, like with gambling. Let's take that because it's an addiction for me, right? I am trying to reteach my brain. I am trying to, you know, and sometimes you fail at that and it doesn't work and you have to get rid of it. Like you can't, you know, reteach your brain like to lessen your heroin dosage. You know, I mean, those are things that I'm not risking my bills, right? I can still afford to eat. I'm still saving, right? It's just like going out. To me, I look at it like once a week, I'm going out to a fine steak dinner, right? That's what I'm doing when I go. I'm having one night a week. Some people love going to you know, I'm looking at it like that. Some people love to go to a fancy dinner and spend $200 to $300 on dinner once a week, right? You have to fulfill as much as you can within reason and safety. Gambling is not detrimental. I mean, it can be, I guess. There's always that risk for it to be, but I'm trying to work. I don't want to eliminate it because I enjoy it. So I'm trying to find a balance. Yes, that's what I say. Be happy. You know, limits, learning new limits is an issue. I know not, learning limits is an issue. I'm trying to do it with me right now, with everything, and now I'm gonna have to do it with fucking food because of my menopausal changes. I'm trying to balance. I work really hard, right? I work really hard all day long. I look at it like my reward. I look at it like some people look forward to their dinners or their weekends. They get that mental break. They can have some drinks. They can relax. That's my mental break. And people, like my husband will say, that's stupid, find something new. Well, that's your brain. My brain works differently than that. And if you can reprogram, then that's it's in your sleep. So, well, hippie Zen chick, I started at 36, so you're welcome.
Can I give the response rebuttal?
No, because I don't want to.
Fair.
Okay. So Dan wants to give you the other. I knew it was going to be gambling that was going to trigger him.
No, I'm just saying, I can give you the alternative. I hear what you said. It's your escape, and you're liking it to a steak dinner. I get it. But I can give the alternative to why it's not a steak dinner. And we have the history to prove it. Right? Steak dinner is capped out at $200 or whatever it is. Gambling, you could go, and while you're consuming alcohol, history has shown that you can lose a lot more than $100. And just $100 per week is $5,000 a year, right? That is, you know, we got
Okay,
kids.
well,
But
right.
I'm just saying, and
Okay,
it can
so-
be more if
so
you go over that.
Let's look at your fern use.
My what?
Your fern use and how much
Okay,
money
right,
you spend
right.
on that.
That might
how
be
much,
$50 a week.
How much money you spend on your
But
sugar
again,
intake.
it's capped.
There's
I can
everything.
only fern so much.
But not.
I can't fern $1,000 in 10 minutes at a slot machine. That has
Yeah,
happened.
but I don't do that.
No, but it can happen.
It can always happen. I can also get in a car and die tomorrow.
Right, but we're planning something that we're planning for, not an accident. I'm just saying there are negatives.
Bye, hippie. Yes.
There are better ways to have an escape. Like the dinner, I think, is a better escape.
For you, your brain. I also think, you know, like a clean house is more zen-like for me.
Right, you
and
focus and you escape into it. But I'm saying if there's a better alternative than
Yeah, cat food is definitely an unlimited expenditure. And let me tell you, I'm spending more money on cat food than I ever have in my entire life. Thank you, Dan. Oh, you were saying bye to Dan.
Feeding a sweet cat that brings you love and joy for 10 years.
Everybody's saying you got. Everybody's saying yes, they get it, but if your wife, it makes her one thing to look forward to.
I get that argument. I get it. I'm just saying there are. I had that same thing, right?
Yeah, but you did it differently than I'm
it was
doing
dangerous.
it.
I did it. I get it. I understand. But I'm just saying gambling historically,
Oh, good,
in
Emily.
our experience, has been a bad thing.
Yes, it can be very bad, and you can falter any time. You could falter with Adderall. You could falter with anything at any given time.
So I don't do it.
Right.
Right. That's why I don't do Adderall. I love it.
But you can
more than
still be.
gambling.
I'm just trying to prove
I
a
love
point.
Adderall more than life itself.
Yeah. Anyhow.
But I don't do it.
Yes, but I also don't shop for things to
No,
make.
you don't?
I do things to help get what I want at the casino. I enjoy going to the casino more than I love
I
shopping.
think maybe if you could get them to say, "Hey, I'll give you $100 in free play every week," and then you could go and you could do advertisements or something.
Okay, and I asked you to email the marketing department for me
I
because you
don't-
have a
I
better
don't know
way
who
with
they are.
words.
I don't know who they
You
are.
get on Sky River, you look for the marketing department, and then you do that.
Can somebody find the Sky River marketing department? I will do that.
I've asked you to do that.
I
for
know,
me.
but I have trouble finding that.
No, you don't.
More than
That's what I'm
Gucci,
saying.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Gucci is, you know.
Here's
who
the
was
thing.
It? Somebody said.
I could
A
literally.
rich billionaire said, "Who the hell in the world needs a Rolex watch?" And it was the most profound thing ever came out of his mouth. Because who the hell?
But he had a Rolex watch.
No, why would he have a Rolex watch?
Go find the marketing
Had an
department.
old beat-up pickup truck that he drives around.
Colonoscopy.
Yeah, I'm doing it today. I mean, fuck. So I had Hannah. Then my mom called, and guess who fucking called me and mentioned the words colonoscopy?
David.
Mark. So everybody now
Yes.
is calling
Thanks
me.
to your wife.
Thanks to my daughter,
No.
who called my mom.
Right, and who put her up to it?
Now, so now I have to
Because
do it
Hannah
just.
bugs me every day.
That's fine. I'm
And I
doing it
bug
just
you
so I
every
don't have to
day.
hear the damn
And
word
I
anymore.
told Hannah.
Telephone call.
Then I told Hannah. I said, "Well, you called your grandmother, since she has to, and then have
So that's
her on
what's
it."
happening.
So now I knew Joanne would do all that.
I am definitely going to do it. The first
Yeah,
shit I
good
have
shit.
is going. I mean, it's not a big deal. The bigger deal is the blood because I got to fast and I haven't eaten yet today, so it could be today. Can you drink coffee and do blood tests?
Yes.
Nicotine pouch?
Yeah. Let's talk about. It can save his life a lot.
No, it's just a poop scoop. It's not a. I don't have to.
It's not even a poop scoop.
Right,
it's a
whatever.
poop
That's
coat.
fine. That's fine. The next poop I have, I'll call you.
See?
Can you pee in the toilet when you poop, or does the pee?
No, just poop.
Well, right. Sometimes the pee comes out when you
Well,
poop, right?
control your
You can't
urethra.
shut one off and open the other.
You have to.
Can
Yes,
you?
you can.
You can shut one off and not the other. I don't believe. I've 56 years. I don't think that's true because usually it all comes out. Have you ever seen the pig poop and pee at the same time? Comes out like a waterfall, and then rocks go over the waterfall. Big rocks, big brown rocks. They're kind of, I mean, black rocks.
It's literally
Poop's
a
black.
couple of pokes in
Couple
the
of
shit.
pokes.
Did you hear him? Did you hear him? Okay, I'll call you when I poop. Meaning he won't do it, but I could do it. See what I do?
She says just water, so coffee's.
No, you can have coffee. It just
That's
has
a
to be
nurse.
black.
Nurse, what's the?
It has to be black coffee.
Is
only.
black.
Yeah.
Black coffee in bed.
Yeah. Pump
One
it
of the
up.
greatest songs of all time, by the way.
Poke,
Squeeze. You guys
dump,
know Squeeze?
and poke, Alan. It's dump and poke.
Past the church and the steeple, the laundry on the hill,
Yeah, he
billboards
also. Okay,
and the
you're bugging me
buildings.
today.
memories of it still.
No, he
Keep
can't, because some of those tests are fasting
and
too.
calling.
Please, I'm asking you nicely, please.
Let's forget it all.
Do you want to punch in the face?
I know I will.
I don't know why you want to poke, Ed.
I'm just
You're
in a
being
poker
Ed.
mood. I'm in a poker
I
mood.
understand.
It's not joined at the casino. Who is that? That's funny. Zen chick. A hippie Zen.
No. No, he hasn't done it. And
I am
it's
doing it. Tempted by the fruit of another. All right. Tempted that the truth
There's
is
nothing
discovered. What's been
more
going
than
on
I hate the poking.
now that you have gone?
I'm gonna stick it in his
There's
nut
no
face.
other. Tempted by
He won't poke his own poop. He won't poke it. He won't poke it. I'll have to poke it. Never been to Israel, no. You need Elon Musk toilets to do both. No, I don't play slots. Let's go. I can always play
Stand on
slots.
my notebook.
I can always.
Coffee
He does. He does that. He pokes at me. So, and people are always on my ass. You're so disrespectful to your husband. Well, he fucking posts me all day, right? So, are my eyeballs real? No. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, Susan. So he eats all night long. So he really technically can't do a blood test until he stops eating by at least 10. Thank you, user, for my eyebrows. Get a hat from the doctor to catch the poop. We've been married for 27 years almost. He pokes at me all day long. And it's hard when you're in this state of mind, right? It's hard to be kind because I'm teetering all day long on a brink of a breakdown presently in my mental state. So when you're being poked a lot and not being respected with, hey, you guys got to just give me a minute, please, because my chemistry is off. My chemicals in my brain are not working right. So just don't do those things. But nobody listens to me. Nobody ever listens to me. I am surrounded by nitwits. Grandpa's fine. No, Freddie girl, I have trouble with therapists. The many that I have tried over the years have said, you sound like you have a good, why are you here? You guys are my therapy. Anyhow, so I know what's going on. Like I can rationalize and I know right and wrong. And I know, I studied the brain from birth to 18, that was part of my major. That was my major. I understand how it works. I can see both sides of everything. I can recognize the issues. You know, I literally, but it's hard to implement for yourself. Yeah, well, but the only person you can do it is yourself. It's very hard to like, listen to, I mean, you can listen to advice all day long, but it's whether or not you can put that advice to use, right? So that's the issue is, and most therapists I have been to have said the same thing. Like, Danielle, I can't give you the answers. It has to be something that figure out a way to do for yourself, right? For me, I talk through my stuff. I always, all day long, I'm talking to myself. I'm talking through what I'm feeling in my head. It was funny because it was almost, it was really funny yesterday because I was taking things off the wall yesterday with with Dennis for him to paint. And I'm just counting to myself. Why was I counting? I don't know. So he's like, "Oh, do you have them in some like numerological order?" And I just like literally started laughing. And I said, that's how I hold myself. Sorry, it was glitching on YouTube. I was I that's how venting and talking, irritations, my frustrations, my failures, all of that's right, and to you guys, and have it, the dialogue, and you guys laughing, oh my god, and me too, my husband, yay, same thing. I think it's all the same thing. Yeah, my brother does EMDR. Is it EMDR? So he loves it. And you learn a lot about yourself that way. But I'm not opposed to therapists. I'm not opposed. Yeah, EMDR. I'm not opposed to therapists. I just have had, yeah. Anyhow, so I think, I think the most important thing is recognizing your issues, being able to reflect and see for yourself, and doing your best to make the baby steps and the changes necessary. But you can't do it for yourself. You have to do it for yourself. You can't do it for others. And you only hope that you get the respect from the others to work with you on these things as we get older, and basically our fears and everything else we have from that. And it doesn't have to be sexual abuse or verbal abuse or physical abuse. It can be the simple things of just growing up and being yelled at for something, and it manifests itself. And all of our issues today that we have, or our insecurities, go through from when we were punished as a child, or we fell and skinned our knee, and we saw whatever the issues in our brains developed as a trauma. So he's like seeing things from like childhood, that events that created his insecurities today, and his issues today, from like, weird events with our dad, and his brother. It's like really weird, like childhood stupid shit of like falling on his brother, and my dad getting really mad at him for it, and then he just at that point, and continuously just manifesting itself as like, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good at, and becoming a people pleaser because of those, always getting in trouble for hurting his oldest brother. Weird shit, right? That's what our brain does to us when we're little. Yeah, no clue about as a small child. And that's the thing that I'm kind of scared about. I'm not opposed to it, but it does scare me a little bit. Shauna, I'm with you on that. Just because we block out those things. Like, Mikey was like, I didn't even remember. But, now that I remembered it, it's like, holy shit. Like, how could something so basic as getting in trouble as a child manifest itself into my insecurities, and feeling like I'm not good enough and I'm not worthy. It's crazy, crazy how that shit works. Hey, Samantha. So, it is healing, and I've healed in ways on my own. And maybe when I have more time to invest in myself, I will do it. My brother was like, Danielle, I think you'd love it. I have a friend who's a therapist too, and she's like brain spotting. And the EMDR are great tools to help feel better about oneself, and to tackle those big issues that we have. Yeah, in a healthy way. And I get that. Like, I think my brother has grown in so many other ways. I think age also does things to you as well, and helps in a lot of ways too. I don't know. I haven't healed that part of me, still a black hole. I know, and it's hard because it's hard to deal with some of that shit. It's hard to deal with some of the, the shit that our parents put us through or we experienced or whatever it is. It's hard to face some of those issues. And some issues, I'm like, I've got so many right now. I don't want to open up more of a Pandora's box, right? I don't want to open up more of the issues that may be at hand. And that's what's scary to me, is that those type of therapies reopen things that we haven't even thought about or don't even remember. And I'm still coping with so many things that I'm trying to heal from, right? Yeah, that's scary. That's scary. That's scary to me. And I just, at this point, I'm trying to get through these last fucking 2 weeks of my chemical in balance in my head, and I couldn't. That would break me right now. That would break me. That would literally break me. I mean, eventually it would heal me, but right now I couldn't tolerate that. I couldn't do it. If I open, I know. But that's the thing, is the Pandora's box is also always very, very scary. It really is. It's very scary. And I'm just not ready. And I know there's a lot of healthy healing I could have from my mom's death and my dad and all that stuff. I'm being abused by my husband. No. Or is my kids? I did have help. More money. And Slick, it's those things that it doesn't matter how good of a person you think somebody is. We still fuck up our kids, right? We still fuck up our kids beyond our control, right? I mean, if you're not an alcoholic, if you're not a drug user, if you're not a sexual predator to your own children, and you're just a normal household dealing with normal stress and arguments and, sibling fights and all that stuff, somehow along the way, your child is going to pick up a trauma from that experience. It's not that hard to have trauma. Bye, J-Star. Love ya. They're going to pick up some sort of trauma because that's part of the development in our brains. Changes during menopause. Oh, abso-fucking-lutely. I think, Marianne, it's called life. And so you guys can't blame, you can't blame yourselves, because somewhere along the way, I have fucked up my own kids. And they weren't physically abused. I protected them. I enabled them. I did everything I thought a good parent was supposed to do. I tried to be opposite of what my parents were to me. But guess what? They're still fucked up. Bye, Samantha. Love ya. So it is how we cope with it. And some of us don't cope very well. And some of us, go in little ebbs and flows and drink too much and, live the high life and, whatever we do to cope. And I don't necessarily think those things are bad either. As long as you can get back on the train and do the right thing and continue to move forward, do what you got to do to figure shit out. One thing she never did was talk about my dad. And that was good. Some people, trauma is worse than others, so you can't judge. No, and that's true. Everybody's trauma is different. And just because, I've had people tell me that, Lee, actually. Well, what? So you just lost, a mom and a dad, and I had to deal with sexual abuse from my father and all this shit. And I'm like, okay, but that's your trauma. That is horrible. And I'm sorry you had to deal with that. But at this point in the game, my trauma is still the same. I still feel, sorry, I'm choking on something, a dust molecule or something. You can't tell me that your trauma is worse. Yes, it sounds worse, but my body still reacts to it the same as your body's reacting to your own trauma. It's not easy, right? It's so unfair when people compare. Dan compares a lot too. It's like, well, me too. It's like, okay, but I'm not talking about you. I don't need to, it's like, I hate the comparing. Well, that doesn't even sound bad. Your mom died of cancer. She smoked. Okay. Have you ever watched somebody die of lung cancer? That was a fucking trauma. My dad committed suicide, walked down the stairs after he shot himself with blood and confusion and thinking was going to drive himself to the hospital. Thinking that he had been shot, didn't realize that's trauma when you hear about that. When you talk to your dad days later and he remembers your name but barely remembers anything else, that's trauma. No, I wasn't, physically abused by my parents, but don't take away my trauma because it's not what yours is. No, my dad went to a hotel. My dad went to a hotel with a bottle of Jack, a bottle of pills, and a gun. Yep. While my mom was dying of lung cancer. I think he had oxy. So yes, it's just like the same thing. As my mom was dying, my dad had a plan to kill himself. Make sense of that. Make sense of that. How does that happen? What the fuck? So yes, everybody's traumas are different, but you cannot take away because one trauma to one person seems worse than the other. Then told me and my teacher wanted a boy when I was born because I wasn't wanted. Yeah, Susan, I mean, that's fucking shit. I couldn't imagine my mom ever telling me something like that, and that's traumatic, and it should be a trauma because that was horrific as a young child. And I'm not taking away from your trauma because I think it's fucking horrible. But I hate the people who compare and say, well, were you sexually abused? I might have been, actually. Were you hit? I was pinched and I was smacked. Yes, my mama believed in the backhand. My uncles flicked me all the time. I hate fucking flicking. Don't flick me because it gives me PTSD. Hi, Turtle Chickie. Yes, my dad.
Keys to the Sub?
I didn't drive the fucking Sub.
Hey.
How, Marianne, I don't know. Some people can handle it differently, but don't always assume people are handling it good because there's a lot of people who don't. Sometimes what you see on the outside is not indicative of what's in the inside and what you don't see behind closed doors.
That is true. Of course, when you have a camera on you 24/7, you can't avoid reality. What are you doing? I'm going to take him to the bank really quick. Anything you want me to pick up?
I need some more casino money.
Anything else? Not at the bank.
Wait, that's how you get money.
I was saying like at the store or anything for lunch. Should I get him anything? Get some lunch?
Yeah, I mean, you guys got to look at, like some major celebrities. Robin Williams, for one. Could you imagine? We thought he was the funniest little guy ever. And we thought, how could he'd be so miserable and he died. And you're like, why? Twitch from fucking Ellen, seems so happy doing those things. Those things are scary to me. You cannot ever judge a book by its cover. I choose to share my issues, right? I'm choosing to share my issues and my struggles the last 2 weeks with you guys. And I'm working through them and speaking as I'm talking to you. I'm realizing more and more and more and why maybe I'm having more issues, right? I'm just open like that because it helps me cope. It helps me deal. It helps me become more aware. It helps me hold myself accountable. so people deal with things differently, right? I have felt like I've needed to do things differently. I've always been that person for people and for my family. I've been there, and I was my mom's helper. I was my mom's keeper. Since I was 3 years old, I protected my mother. I learned to fight because I've had to at a young age. Some of us just weren't raised in certain ways to give us that survivor mode, that mode to achieve and to keep going, you know. And yeah, you just sometimes you don't have any idea. I'm lucky because I can talk about it. Rhonda, I hope you're not talking about my marriage.
Right on that step. Good, careful. One more step.
Yeah, one more step.
All right. We're gonna get in the white car. Over
Can you
here.
make sure that door is shut?
I know with my wallet, Dan.
Pop, your wallet's in your room. You don't need it right now. Here. Get in this car right here.
Social media is not going to alter my relationship with my husband. Our actually marriage has probably gotten better because of social media. Just saying.
Come around. Come around.
So I also hold on. I got to take my Bluetooth off. I also believe sharing also helps others. Hold on. Sorry, I had to turn my Bluetooth off because Dan's leaving. But what I'm saying is, it looks like a Hard Rock in Hollywood. Jesus. In Florida, yeah. I also share because I know it helps others, right? It helps others and normalizes that it's okay to talk about things. It's okay to talk about real things. And you want to judge for that, that's on you. But for me, I'm pretty proud of being able to talk openly about my shit, you know? I'm pretty open about everything, and I feel like it helps me. Maybe a filter, but your tongue and lips look gray. I also am anti-filter. I actually don't follow a lot of people, especially women, who put filters on them because it's fake. And part of not being fake is being true to who you are. And I come on this app looking haggard, right? Looking their age, not giving a shit, and also talk about real things because I think that helps me in my relatability of being true to myself and true to you. So if you like to follow people who take more time to themselves and make sure they're presentable, like to wear makeup and dresses and push their boobies up and show cleavage, put some rouge on their cheeks and their fucking lips and not talk about real life shit or are in complete denial of who they are as a person, then go watch them. You're on the wrong page. I am true to myself. I'm not going to filter myself unless I'm doing a funny filter. I do it for you guys. I do it so you shows you that I have insecurities. I have insecurities. And I still show up without a filter. It's pretty cool. I think. Most women can't do that. I bag on my own insecurities. I bag on my own insecurities because it's facts of life. You can't stop the clock. I can try and inject and tighten and do all those fun things, but then what happens from here down? Can't stop that shit. You get what you get. You don't like it. It's easy to scroll on and find somebody you do like, you know? I'm here for the people who enjoy, who have relatability with me and appreciate my realness and my candor and my non-filtered face. I don't live in non-reality, right? If I put a filter on every day, it makes me look better. It's going to depress me more. it's gonna it's gonna depress me more. So might as well just show you what you got. So when you look at me in public, you'll see, oh, this bitch looks the same as she does on TV. That's right. I sure do. So anyhow, I'm gonna leave for the day. I'm tired. And we have a live tonight, so I got shit to do. I got a valve to replace. I've got a fucking chaotic house. Anyhow, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for letting me figure out my shit today. And I'm just a mess. But you know what? You got to appreciate those times of working through it. Look, learning never stops. Learning never stops. And the minute you think you're done learning is the minute you die. So I am still learning me. I'm still learning the changes in me. And I am still learning how to cope with me. Y'all, once you realize that, you'll be better off. Even every struggle, every pound, every wrinkle, every gray hair, and every misstep, it's still something to learn. Once your learning stops, you're dead. You might as well die. So I need to keep on learning. I need to keep on figuring myself out because I got grandbabies to see one of these days and my kids to marry. So I know, Susan, that's one thing I got to learn better, that I don't have to do it all day. I don't have to do it. And I drive myself nuts with that. That's part of my OCD. I have problems, you guys. I have same issues, OCD, anxiety. I've got perfection. I want things to be a certain way. I want to do everything that I set out to do in that day that I've set out to do. I feel like I'm a failure if I don't accomplish those things. I'm my worst enemy. I, my friend, am my worst enemy, as are you, right? We self-sabotage ourselves all the time. We are hard on ourselves, and we create a majority of our conflicts and issues. I'm struggling with keeping this right. Just remember that, and that's okay. Again, we learn every day, and it's there to keep striving and keep learning and keep evolving. No, I didn't miss a nail, you guys. I got flowers. I got inlay, whatever they call it. So, anyhow, trying to overcome. So anyhow, love you guys. Remember, you are important, you are worthy, and you matter, and it's okay to have bad days. It's okay to admit your faults and the things you're struggling with. It's okay to have failures. It's okay to be proud of yourself. And it's okay to realize, you know what? I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I haven't been okay in the last 2 weeks. I'm not okay. But I realize that. And I'm okay with it because I'm working through it, right? I will continue to grow and I will continue to be a better person. I will continue to be true to myself. But I'm not okay. Normalize that. It's okay as long as you can get back on the train and keep moving forward. Okay? Anyhow, I love you guys. Have a great day. I will see you guys tonight. We will be doing our Friday Night Live, I'm assuming, unless a catastrophe happens. But I don't think so. Wish me luck with my valve, wish me luck with my house, and wish me luck with my mental state today. I love you guys. Thank you. Talk to you later. Oh, remember, cancel your subscriptions on TikTok. Move your subscriptions over to YouTube, you guys, because I'm going to be spending a majority of my time on YouTube for lives because TikTok is not nice to creators. Anyhow, love you guys and peace out. Stay true to yourself. Hi, Becky.